Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah la nabiyya ba'dah. Allahumma shalli wa sallim wa barik ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa tabi'in wa tabi'in wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsan ila yaumil amma ba'du. Thank you, dear brothers, dear beloved brothers. Our today's lesson, or kind of share, we would like to figure out about the importance of Fiqh Muqarrin before we really dive more deep related with comparison in Fiqh. And before that, previously I said that we would like to go directly to the cases or example like Tahara or something like this, but before that I need to one more to let us really understand very well the reason or the problem where why there is a different kind of madhab or sort of opinion. Like we know there are actually 9 popular madhab, but among Muslims we have 4 madhab like Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali, and Hanafi. It's because if we know this kind of reality, the reason why they have differentiate sort of thinking or fatwa or idea, by this we will be like open-minded person, not fanatism with one certain madhab. Because previously we usually, all of us, including me actually, I learned only from one madhab, Shafi'i madhab. I was in Indonesia, so usually we learn only from madhab Shafi'i. So when I went to, let's say, another area where different madhab was practiced or used, I feel like, something like questioning or wondering why it is something like this. And let me try to, if you have my textbook, there's number 10, page number 10, there's like وَتَتَّضِحُ أَهَمِّيَةُ الْمُقَارَنَةِ بَيْنَ الْمَذَاهِبِ الْفِقْهِيَّةِ وَفَائِدَتُهَا فِي الْأُمُورِ التَّالِيَةِ. Like by this we can know the importance of fiqh comparison between madhahib al-fiqhiyah, and the benefits are the number 1 is al-wukuf ala al-madhahib al-fiqhiyah fil mas'alati al-fiqhiyah mahal al-khilaf wa bayani maslaki al-fuqaha fihi. So by this we can understand, we can dive, or we can go through the fatwa. We can understand many kind of fatwa. This is number 1. And also we can know how this ulama, the method or the procedure, how they set up the rule. By this, I think this is really good knowledge. If every Muslim have this kind of knowledge, he will have like no wonder in ourselves how this person practicing this action. For example, in Salah, they put hand here and then in the stomach, or someone like also without any putting, just leave the hand here. There will be no wonder, because we will understand that all of these are. I don't want to say that all of these are correct, but we cannot say we cannot say that this is wrong. One of them are wrong. Something like this. Okay, and also by this we can later on we will be able to know, as we will study also, we will figure out how they will the ulama set up the certain rule. So we will know after we know the method, we also be able to, for example, by ourselves, without following, but if we have some cases and we know the ayah or dalil or reference, so we can have automatically we can have self confidence, something like self confidence, or no wonder to choose between this which one. And later on, we will find that after we figure out all kind of fatwa from each school of thought, we will be able to, let's say, choose which one is the nearest to the truth one. The truth means the nearest one to the Quran or the goal of the Sharia. This is very important to know, really. And then at-tawqif baina riwayah al-mukhtalifah wal aqwal al-muta'addidah wal ibraz al-maqasid syariah al-islamiyah al-ghura al-qada' ala at-tasa'ub ala ta'assub al-madhhabi. This is also by this automatically this kind of by learning this we will erase the ta'assub, mean like fundamental in certain madhab. He like the what can I say? Someone who maybe say that only madhab, my madhab is correct and the other madhab is not correct. This is actually the most I want to say like it's like harm, because by this he will easily judge other people wrong or something like like this situation. And inna dirasatul fiqh al-muqarrin ta'malu ala tatwir ad-dirasat al-fiqhiyah al-usuliyah fa inda muqaranatil ara' tarjih bainaha sawfa nunaqisul fiqh al-hujjat kullu ra'i. And the last phrase explained to us that like I said before, when we learn about how these ulama set up the ruling something, so in the automatically we will have such kind of skill how to how to decide for ourselves, because actually in ibadah we the best one is we convince, we are really convinced from something or the practice which we choose, not just follow or something like this. So by knowing this kind of by having this kind of skill, we will have such this kind of sense. So we will do ibadah in a very smooth or tranquil sense of mind or something. Next page is وَمِنْ ثِمَارِ الْمُقَارَنَةِ بَيْنَ آرَاءِ الْمَذَاهِبِ الْفِقْهِيَّةِ الْمُخْتَلِفَةِ إِشَاعَةُ الرُّوحِ الرِّيَاضَةِ. This is which I mentioned. We will have like tranquility after we know, because we know the dalil for not only the dalil of certain school of thought or madhab, but also the other madhab, and we can choose which one, something like this. And now let us go to this is actually the most important, according to me, this is the most important, that we know why this ikhtilaf madhahib happen. Okay? أولا الاختلاف في فهم النصوص القرآن الكريم واللغة العربية بسبب اختلاف معاني الألفاظ لوجود الاشتراك وغيره وفهم المعاني المراد منها لاحتمالها للتأويل. Number one is the different what can I say? When someone decides ayah Qur'aniyah, for example, the understand of each person toward this ayah, it's a variety. That's why it make like ulama here has decided, or what can I say? They thought that certain surah, certain words in surah is meaning A, or the other. Ulama say that meaning this, like for example kuru here. For example, let me give you the ayah which make ulama have a different opinion, and the different opinion is very clear. This one, salah satu kuru. This one, it has two meaning. Kuru, in Arabic, it has two meaning. Wal mutalaqati yatarabasna bi anfusina salasala. That the one who has divorced, if she want to be married or if she want to marry again, she must wait for 3 kuru. But the word kuru itself has two meaning. One meaning is, first one is haid. Haid mean like period, like menstruation. Yeah, menstruation. This has what meaning? Second meaning is when she is already clean from menstruation. The opposite. So this has two meaning. So in this case, the ulama have a different opinion in when the lady can get married again after divorce. One ulama, after 3 times of menstruation finished, so then because it's different when the menstruation just finished, okay, she can be get married again or make a marriage contract or something like that. And this one is tahara. Tahara means when the 3 times of tahara, so it's different time because tahara and menstruation comes after each other, right? So and the ulama have different opinion in this. By this we can judge. Can we try to judge which one is wrong and which one is correct? Can we? Both correct, right? Because in Arabic, Quran just mentioned this. Kuru. We cannot. So, for example, that's why I would like to share that even the ulama say this A fatwa, B fatwa, which is exactly opposite, hardly opposite for example like this, we still have to accept because due to this is one of the case. Different of picking up the meaning of this word of kuru. Okay? So, this is one of the example of the reason. Later we will have also the example, the different opinion in Sunnah. Moreover Sunnah, a lot of Sunnah. Quran usually different, small differentiate because Quran is well known, like easy. Anyone can unite not only soul but opinion. But in Sunnah, so many. And that's at the field of, the reason of the differentiate or ikhtilaf happen in Sunnah when they take Sunnah. Separation, yeah. So even in Quran, based on same Quran, same ayah, they have a different opinion. And we cannot judge it, which one is correct. No, we cannot, right? And which one correct? No. Both are available, acceptable, or something. And also, yes. Yes, it's written ayah 228 Al-Baqarah. 2 to 8 Al-Baqarah. Yeah, so in this Madhab Maliki, they said use this one.
Tahara.
Yeah, taharatiha. When the period is finished. No, not when the period. when the entering the new time, the new period after Tahara ended, for the first after the first period, they start can engage it or can make a marriage contract or marry someone or something. But Hanabila, Hanbali, yes, Hanbali, this one.
How do you read that?
Hanbali.
No, not that one. The word.
Haidun.
Yes, Wait.
And there is another also in ayah. There is like Innama jazaa'ul ladina yuharibunallahu wa rasulahu wa yas'auna fil ardi fasada an yuqtalu aw yusallabu aw yuqtalu. There is aw an yuqtalu aw yusallabu aw yuqatta'u aydiyahum. The different opinion is in this. This is for the case for someone, a soldier, who ran away from the war and being war attacking against us, and we capture this one. This is the judge. Of course, they will bring to the judge to the court, right? And what should judge have to punish? What kind of punishment? There is a different opinion because of this word, aw. Some madhab, one certain madhab, Shafi'i, it said that this is yuqtalu. Yuqtalu means kill, must kill, and then yusallabu, crucified, and then yuqatta'u aydiyahum, cut his hand. So the judge have to, yes, yes, no, the priority first. First we kill first, and then if no, actually the method. This is one same kill and killing too. This one is not like lighter than killing. Just actually he will die too, but just crucified. Or this. So the judge can choose, but not choose. Must use this first. But if due to situation, for example, I don't know, to the local wisdom or something like this, use this one. If not impossible, use this kind of punishment, choose this one. Okay? But the other madhab, this is the aw mean or, which mean if not this, so you can use this. This, if not this punishment, use this punishment. But the other madhab, aw mean the collective, and yes, okay, and mean this, also this, also this. So different madhab, even from Quran. Can we judge whether can we judge that this one wrong or this one right? For example, the one who used it, did use it or this or this or this. Is it wrong? No, right? Because the meaning "aw" itself, it has two meanings: or and.
But you cannot do all three together to one person.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it's possible too. It's possible.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. right?
Yes, yes, but that's not me. But they don't have they don't have this fatwa.
But we have attached the hadith, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And this is the example for Quran verse.
Right.
This one, first more, right?
Huh?
One, first more after that.
Yes, yes, yes. Another kind of punishment. Okay. So by this we can know even the differentiate is very like if we can accept if the differentiate is like different, right? But here completely different, right? And if we really dig and now check on their evidence or reference or dalil, we cannot judge which one correct the most, right? That's why we should not easily judge to other mazhab is maybe like I was in the beginning when I went to Mecca, I found that someone pray like Allahu Akbar. Hey, is this Islam? Why not Muslim praying here? So it's like very extreme. Yeah, so like this. In the beginning, I thought that no, praying must be like this. It's not praying. This is a new Islam. No, this is what I judge people like this. But after,
But can I ask?
yes.
After learning this, then all mazhabs are different.
Mm-hmm.
So as for example, Shafi, can I practice all of them myself also? Do I need to make niyyah to make like for another mazhab, or I can?
Thank you very much. This is a good question. This question was asked with a lot of students. What the professor answered is it like this. Firstly, after we know that all their opinion popular, okay, moreover for madhab. If we have these four madhab, these four madhab, first, all these four madhab, all correct, right? Not all correct, okay? So how? My professor said to me, because it's all correct, so choose which is suitable with your situation.
Situation.
For example, Rasulullah SAW when he prayed, there will be also actually next when the different resource of hadith next actually, but I will explain to you. Like this, Rasulullah SAW said, Allahu Akbar. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Yes. Because Rasulullah was saying it, he did it. Allahu Akbar. Have you? And like this, right? And like this before. But what can we do? My professor said, firstly, of course we can do everyone, right? Because Rasulullah did it. We cannot say even that this practice is wrong or something, never. So what? As for me, from my professor, I said I use like this. I pray like this when I read Quran and I feel that the Quran, the meaning of the Quran really come to my heart, and I feel like. So when I touch my heart during prayer, it's the best. I feel the best performance like this. But when I feel like sad, no, like I cannot. My body must react to following our what? Sometimes our what can I say? Our feeling. But when we feel so we're afraid of Jahannam or something, but like this, Allahu Akbar. It doesn't make a sense? No, right? It's like that because our heart is beating. Okay? But when I was like, there is ayah of Allah require us to do our obligatory, like to pray, to do zakah, and to do hajj, and to do jihad. I like this because I'm ready, like right in the army, like army. I prefer, but someone read to us jihad like this. No, we must feel okay. Allah, I'm ready. Yes. If ayat to jihad, ayat about struggle or something like this one is the best. Body language meets of kind of meets our kind of feeling. Okay, and also another one. This also not only when we feel about the worry or something like that, but when we feel cold also possible. Cold, the weather, because in Arab also, this is the best, right? Best, right? Possible. And we don't know why Prophet ﷺ do this. People, Sahaba companion only witness this, but he doesn't know what Rasulullah ﷺ really feel. This is also what ulama, our professor, says. Maybe he's because physically, psychologically, when someone feel worry or afraid, they touch his heart or something. But when someone really, okay, I want to go for war, I am ready for jihad because I want to see you. Like this is the best one, but on jihad, no, it doesn't. So this is my professor say. So we can apply this in all fatwa, all type of fatwa, depending on situation. For example, someone asked me about how about visiting in Japanese. How about visiting? This is Muslim, converted Muslim. How about visiting the grave of their ancestor? Ziyaratul Qubur. What we should Ziyaratul Qubur.
Yes.
How any idea? Is it possible that this Japanese who has just converted become Muslim visit go to his let's say uncle or grandparents grave to do ziarah like we are doing? Is it possible?
Originally, Prophet Muhammad prohibited visiting graveyard, but later he said that if you have the strong iman, then it's allowed to. Actually, he himself visited the graveyard of his mother,
Yes.
Amina, in the Abdullah, I think.
Yeah.
Yasrib.
Yes. The hadith is ala fazuruha. Kuntu nahaitukum an ziyaratil qabri. Now ala fazuruha. Any other opinion? This one is Japanese. But
No,
I mean,
Muslim.
Japanese has specific or different types of intention. The ziarah kubur Japanese and Muslim is different, right?
Yeah.
Because this is my question.
I see.
So
What-
for me, I like as a person who been growing in a Muslim country, we used to, as we saw in the hadith, also Prophet was visiting the Qabristan and like praying for them and reading the Quran. So that became an like ordinary thing for us. Like when we see a like Qabristan, so we used to directly read Fatiha. So after I like visited another countries, so it become like kind of addiction. You know, when you see Qabristan, you read Fatiha, you read Fatiha. But and then like I asked, I think someone, I don't remember who, they said like to unbelievers you cannot. But I always have this idea, how do I know that there is not a Muslim?
Yeah, I mean, this is the question. Actually, this is the question, not about in normal situation like that.
Yeah.
My concern is the practice of ziarah kubur in Japanese and Muslim is different. For Japanese, usually they like there is kind of worship, right? Worshipping the ancestor or say praying to the ancestor, something like this. This is the problem. I mean, standard problem, no, because we know the dalil and clear we can do or we don't do. We can do if our Ustad Sugimoto said, if we have strong enough that we will not fall into shirk, that's asking bless from this for someone who was buried or something. So then it's no problem because Rasulullah SAW indeed in the beginning forbid it, but later on allowed. So the case is this Japanese lady converted, and she is asked his parents to visit his father's grave. Of course, the request, her mother's request is to do ziarah in Japanese style. So this is the question actually.
So I think it's depend on the purpose. When she has strong intention, just visit and remembering the dead, so it's possible. But if she does any kind of ritual, it's becomes
Similar,
harm.
especially similar with that one.
So I'm thinking something similar. It's depends to your intention. You want to go to there to ask something or to pray for. So if you want to pray for them, for Allah to maybe like
Yes.
whatever. But if you want to ask something from them, this is of course.
Yes. Also, really good. you have a kind of a sense of to make your own opinion when you are facing this. Indeed, the aspect of niyyah also must be counted, must be checked. This is the most important, niyyah. And second, the practice how it's like, will we do the same practice like this or not, or something like this. Because even we have the same intention, clear, good intention, safe intention that we remember about the death or something like that, and we pray for, even to pray for this death possible, but pray for Allah to give hidayah for this person's grandchild or something like this. It's possible because we are praying we are not this, but to his son or blah 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 for hidayah. It's possible.
Yeah. Another question. So the right thing, we should pray for them, right?
Pray for not for him. No, because not to the death, not the one who is buried. No, for their child, for next generation, for hidayah.
Okay.
Possible.
So if the person that we are visiting is like, let's say you went to a grave of a prophet, so can you pray for yourself to get his shafa'ah?
Shafa'ah, yes, possible, because the only shafa'ah which we are allowed, this is popular, allowed to we can get is from only prophet. Except prophet, there is some discussion. Like ulama also they mujahid also can, hafiz Quran also can, because hafiz Quran can have such kind of like shafa'ah or something like this. Some people who allow due to this like guarantee or something like this. It's also okay. But anyway, intention. The most important is intention first. If the intention is free from shirk, so then almost everything okay. This is very basic, because the intention is, Imam Shafi'i said that about the hadith intention, innamal a'malu binniyat, Ustaz Salman just recite this in masjid. Innamal a'malu binniyat wa innamal likulli imri'in ma nawa faman hajara ila imra' di dunia lillahi di dunia atau limra'atin yankihuha or something like this. The intention, we will get what we will intended. So as long as the niyyah is really safe from shirk, the most important is safe from shirk. This is one. So then almost every action is okay. But number two is the practice. If they do, of course, niyyah. For example, if niyyah is already straight, safe, but the practice. What about if still doing practice same familiar like? What about this? Any idea?
I think the intention doesn't justify means, which means if practice really signifying that the shirk, is considered shirk.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to imitate. This is my opinion.
Yes. Okay. Any idea?
It's close to bid'ah.
Close. Yeah, it means before we judge this is bid'ah, haram or not first? Because bid'ah is like something else. Oh, this is new. But allowed or not allowed first?
Yeah, actually,
I think it's,
in my opinion, if we just have intention, whether it's not shirk, it is not enough. We should do not follow the practice, the ritual, the movement,
Yes.
what they do.
Okay.
I think if we simply look at the Surah Al-Fatiha, إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. Only to Him, right?
Yes.
No one else. We don't go in front of anyone else.
Yes.
Or anything else.
Indeed. All of this statement or fatwa, okay, I can say like fatwa, okay, opinion, is the popular one. Like Jumhur ulama say this, but we'll find later one ulama said intention hard. It's not cannot. The heart is the intention is tension. So the practices can be shown practice can be wrong, can be haram if someone else witness. If he is doing alone, for example, of course it's rare, but in low case there will be this kind of question will come. It rare, of course, it happen. For example, someone alone, no one see, but they are intentionally in heart not to worship or something, only movement. There will be fatwa like this. If he is alone, okay, because Allah will only count his nahnu nakum bidahir wallahu yatawalla sarair. Allah will this the sarair is this one count. So like this. If no one, okay, because it's but if there is someone else witness, so it is why it's haram if there is someone else also in that place. Why? Because it can make people judge wrong.
And also become fitnah.
Fitnah. So look, fatwa must be checked from all aspects. Right? That's opinion was popular one. You'll answer. You'll find the ulama, ustad, or something will say this, like you said, because this is close to the to the dalil, right? But different opinion, like understand about niyah, but this is not the niyah is not the movement. Okay, people can do something the same thing, but if, for example, I make like this to someone's face. My niyah is good. No one actually familiar, but people may misunderstood. So we must look at the situation too, not only niyah but situation, the condition, the situation too. That's why later on here we'll find that why the fatwa changed is because of the situation too. Situation of when I pray, when I adjust something, the situation of what? Feeling change. I get this feeling. If my feeling when I pray, I feel like before, I feel I want to do zakah, I want to go for jihad. This is the best, I think. Not like I want to do zakah. This is situation. Also like about that case before, to surround us, but practice. How if they witness this kind of practice with is commonly similar as sirik. Of course, not good.
So Imam, can we get a little bit more comprehensive answer, fatwa for that visiting graveyard? It is the most frequently asked question from non-Muslim, become Muslim, and their parents is still non-Muslim, and they passed away. Usually the Buddhist way, the children they are responsible to have to bury their parents, right? So usually the Buddhist monk they conquer the ceremony. So they always asking, can I really join? And then they perform,
Performing,
Yeah.
not only join, right?
Yeah.
Performing it's more become
Janaza has
discussable.
different dimensions, right? Not just attending a funeral, but there are rituals. There are recitation of the Buddhist spells, and there's so many rituals. Yeah.
Yes.
So is it really which degree? This person can involve is a lot of questions.
First is this one,
Yeah.
niyyah first. First niyyah, and then second is performance. Like I told you before. That's why this opinion which allows someone to do this kind of practices, which is similarly analogically same like is shirik or something like this.
How about the darura?
The darura, yeah,
Darura
this is
means
that.
that if parents, for example, mother passed away, father still alive, father insisting their son to take care, for example, this mother's graveyard, and otherwise they're feeling really not good.
Yes.
Is it a necessity or?
I will show you one famous case. Even the words of kufr.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story of Amr? The one he being killed, the parents being killed in front of his eyes, and his mother was being killed from. Sorry, what can I say? With I don't know. What Amr said, he followed what he said kufr. Even he mentioned the kufr, but his heart is Rasulullah. He's the companion. He came to Rasulullah and asking about what about my situation? And the Rasulullah asked him back, how is your feeling? How is your heart feeling when you say that? Of course, I'm still Allah, because I was like, I cannot bear looking at my parent being tortured until I die. So this is the example that even the words, even if it's said, but this one is still connected with Allah, so then it's okay. Okay. But we must use this. We must say this fatwa or opinion not in public, just for person to person. Because if we say it in generally, misunderstood. Some people will misunderstood that. In generally, they always, I can do this. Also, the situation is different. For example, in the other family, the parent doesn't force him. Okay. So this is that's why my professor said actually Q&A about fatwa related with family problem. They disagree if they make it online, on air directly, because in certain family they have a different kind of problem situation. People when they listen about this fatwa, they may misunderstood taking this kind of fatwa for the other family with a different situation. This kind of so from now we can sorry, we can know how to let's say grab or decide, not decide, I think it's two. But if we have kind of this tool, we can have this tool and knowledge that one case we have to check from all kind of perspective. So we can, as long as it's also we have like dalil, but dalil is actually not, but also all dalil actually the most, like I told you, in Amal Amal Binyat is very important, because Imam Shafi'i said this is the half of Islam, half of religion. The niyyah, because niyyah is we can do a lot of, but if our niyyah is not straight before Allah, it's also nonsense. Okay, this is very important. So we must look at from any kind of perspective or point of view. So after this, not only from only dalil, no, not only dalil, because if dalil will be like will be mechanical, not applicable, not applicable. Very interesting, right? Very interesting. Next time will be in hadith, about hadith, case in hadith. It will be so variety again, because hadith is mutawatir. Some hadith mutawatir, generally everyone agree. No ikhtilaf. But hadith ahad, the one who is weak, hadith da'if, this is so. But later on we'll find. I give you what can I say? Clue. Firstly, niyyah. Second is situation. It's very important. There is another book later that the title is How the Fatwa Changed. The most important is situation. Situation means time also, because time by time situation of certain area also changes, right? When Imam Shafi'i said, Imam Shafi'i's previous old opinion or ra'yi or fatwa said that water, the measure of water which is considered tahir li ghairihi is like kullah or less amount. But when he went to he has a new ra'yun about the quantity of water. Change it because in this fatwa that certain this water is what can I say, amount of ma'ul mutlaq, the amount that ma'ul mutlaq that we can put our hand inside to wash and put our inside like this is like 30 centimeter square or something like this. But when he went to Egypt, when there is Nile, water, a lot of water are provided, he said he changed his fatwa. He raised the first because this fatwa, first fatwa, he was in Saudi Arabia, in where water is very limit. So, situation changed. Okay. So I think this. Thank you for today, and later we'll have try to dig more why they have a kind of different or diverse fatwa related with hadith. Okay, thank you for your gather, and if there is a mistake, it will come from me, and if there is a wrong, of course, nothing except from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So please. Grab this, use this to firstly at least use to ourselves first, and then if we can spread to our friend who, for example, have like strict as long as for mazhab, please calm down, please don't each other something like this. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.